Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Northstar. If you've been taking care of each other and being kind to yourselves, do check out my YouTube channel page. I got all the previous videos in both this series and the previous Hearthstone series I split into. I just did a Tavern Brawl, then I guess got lucky the first time and faced someone who wasn't particularly well adapted for the unique Tavern Brawl situation. And then face someone else who had an overpowered dive, the Glocka Depths, which is annoying because that's a legendary card. I would, yeah, could build whole decks around, but I never managed to get too many of the quests are legendary, and I don't have the dust to craft them, and the odds of drawing it from a random pack are just so low. And it was all minions of all types, so basically every time he summons a 7-hand recruit, guaranteed Murloc, but then and every other card guaranteed Murlocs, and it's repeatable quests, so yeah, he can just make his minions more and more powerful. It was impossible to beat. And then I got Murloc Holmes by chance, which may have given me a chance to at least copy his hand, but for some reason it didn't. I got the first card right. It was saying I didn't get the second, but I'm sure because he played that card later I did get it right, so either lag slipped it or the game was just trying to be unfair to me, or maybe he was hacking or cheating or something. But it looked like it would synergize with his other cards, and then he played that card, so he definitely had that in his hand. So I should have probably gotten a copy of his hand, which might have given me the victory, because I was early enough to switch it, but nope, something. Murloc Holmes didn't give me a copy of his hand, what it should have. That would have been a whole bunch of free cards, and one's probably better than anything I have copies of. Alright, anyways, play time waste cards, win games, ranked. Alright. I've been working on a Frost Death Knight, I've been on Holy Death Knight. Death Knights are one of the cheapest to put together functioning decks of, and I have a Standard Mage. Not amazing, it's really more of a Fire Mage. Flame, draw a fire spell. Wizard. Sarah doesn't have a ton of synergies. I could do this Saroon. This is a spell heavy deck. Possibly too spell heavy. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I know it needs work, but the whole way to really figure that out, exactly what needs to change, is getting some experience with it. And then there's the Frost Death Knight, because Death Knight is an overpowered class. One of the things it's overpowered, and I will not back off on this, it should never have been made as powerful as it is that it has essentially, well, 4 subclasses, since there is a rainbow version, and you don't know what you're facing until you've faced it for a while. So if I face a mage, I know I'm facing a mage, and there's always so many things, but there's about 4 times as many viable builds for Death Knight, which means you have less clue what you're facing at the beginning. Just that gives a huge advantage to Death Knight. Not to mention the whole corpse system and such tends to not be balanced well enough. It's too powerful. As much as I like 5-cost stuff against a hunter and with the Nexus Prince in hand, I want cheaper spells if I can get them. I have a really aggressive deck, so of course I draw an 8 and a 3. But there's a lot of low-cost cards in this deck.
I trust you will not waste my time.
Oh yeah, no, I will waste your time, because... Yeah, bugger off. You're facing a pretty control-heavy mage.
I wonder.
Dark Moon Magician is getting attacked by a rabbit coming out of that. Okay. Kalagas, which not something I would want in my hand at the beginning. Reason this card pack is apparently so common is because whenever you face one using it, you get it. Although hackers love it because they get banned and then they don't have to use the standard card back because they get this very early. So I found cheaters use this card back a lot. I use it to be generous to others, but I should probably stop doing it because I'm only helping the cheaters. Throw a firebolt at it. It's not that dangerous in itself. It's the rock that makes it powerful. The rock skipper.
Time runs out on me.
Essentially a very, very cost-effective one cost with a draw. I mean, the draw is worth a mana, so. Just gonna fire blast the face.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike down our foes.
That is an overpowered card. Ranger General Spots, and yet another one that I have not been able to craft, so.
I wonder.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory.
And he has the other one, Ranger Initiative Risa, which is the Fable that would be guaranteed to be in his deck, but the fact that you would have both by turn 4, it's unlikely. This is probably a hacker. I'll do this now. The evidence is not super strong, but this way I can focus on it later and hopefully they'll look into it. Whether it was a hacker or after. Most likely Blizzard will ignore it because they ignore all the hacker reports and people just hack left and right as a result.
As a gracious host, I will tend to you personally. How entertaining.
Time runs out on me.
That didn't work out for him. So of course he's gonna rewind it. Everything is mirrored, so this would destroy his own minion, right? Isn't it? I'm trying to remember. It says then there's minion to the right of this, but who's right? Mine? Left? I'm figuring from his perspective that would be the rightmost card, so it should have yin this. That's true then. He just hat out of losing a card.
Now watch as I pull. Oh no.
Are you kidding me?
Time runs out on me.
Starve your turn, deal 3 damage to your hero. Okay.
And now we part.
Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
And he just happened to have the 3rd one. All of them by turn 5 or 6. No, he's hacking. This is hacking. There's no, it's not like you draw 1 and it gives you the other 2. No. In a deck of 30 cards, which he's drawn less than a third of, he got all 3 copies. The odds of that are 1 in 9. And with a lot of the other convenient stuff, and this not eating the neighboring card, which I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have done, he's hacking.
I have no time for games.
And now we part.
That helps me for certain.
Disappear! Disappear!
Pull something out of his hat. He's hacker. This is... Also, the fact the face matched with the type that he got all 3 copies of, it's a little suspect in itself. Wait, where the heck did he get that? Free to bend the ranger captain. Right. So of course use the corpse explosion on my minions.
Time runs out on me.
Disappear! Disappear!
So he's gonna have a charge minion, magically. Well, no, actually he had the animal companion, so that's patchword. Fact of the matter is, the monkey business to all 3 copies of that card, he was almost certainly a hacker. All 3 copies of a Fable with both the other associated cards. The odds of that, as I said, very low. He's a cheater. You can't judge the deck by that, although it performed fairly well, but what performs well against hackers and what performs well against everyone else are 2 entirely different things I found. You don't find many hackers at the higher ranks, but I can have to get to the higher ranks. I'm talking like gold and above ranks. Blizzard doesn't bother, I don't think, looking into reports of hacking unless it's at high ranks. I think why.
Jaina versus Tyrande.
Isn't this a rank where I'm not supposed to be able to lose stars, though? This looks like bronze 10. Did I lose a star after losing that last one? If so, that's nonsense. This is better later. So of course I get things that are also better later. I have lots of aggressive cards in the deck, but do I draw them? No. Except the Arcane Artificer. Which is just, you know, it's 1/3, 1 drop. Forget the hero power, it's a good card in itself. Elemental, which is synergies with certain types.
Reality woven.
Yeah, that's bronze 10. I shouldn't have been able to lose a star before, didn't I? Lose one? I think. Of course, no one will ever visit. Ranked. Starting. Whoa. Probably get silver before long.
What to do? What to do?
You're not supposed to be able to lose stars. Draw a fire spell.
Unravel.
Sure. It's one of the more annoying cards for Priest. It's very good. Intertwined Fate. Discover a copy of a card from your deck and one from your opponent's. Draw 2 for 3. But both discover, so appropriate to situation. You get info on other players. Of course, it's probably better when you have more to react to. There's not a very progressed situation right now.
I wonder.
Secret, you won't know what I've played.
Unravel.
It's the main advantage of this. Three armor is nice, but you know that was done mainly just to get a minion out, the Arcane Artificer. I don't know why I seem to draw it so much though at the beginning. Of course, the battle cry triggered before it died, which is a little suspect. And what's with these fully animated cards? Come on, disenchant this, buddy. Created by Intertwined Fate. Oh, man. So why is it a...
What to do? What
disenchant it and you'll get more dust. It's a little suspect. Not playing anything, so put pressure on him.
Follow the flutterwing.
More imbue nonsense. I really have grown to hate these imbue cards. They're absolute bogus. I happen to have a Divine Shield when I had a secret that would destroy anything else that didn't have Divine Shield. That's in itself a little suspect. I Yeah, I should destroy this so I can keep pressuring the hero. It's gonna keep doing imbue nonsense and get more and more and more overpowered. I hate the imbue mechanic. It isn't useful unless you can spend a lot of dust to get a bunch of them. Of course, Blizzard just keeps getting greedier. So you got a copy of this, and he of course has some other taunt minion.
What to do? What to do?
Word things tend to be more aggressive. Fun.
Time runs out on me.
Well, love that. Fire spell. Nice, that's a good one.
Unravel.
Keeping the timelines clean.
Time heals all wounds.
Like clockwork.
He's just gonna keep buffing and buffing and buffing.
Unravel.
Follow the flutter wings.
Of course he gets a divine shield thing. Very suspect.
Are off the charts.
Like clockwork.
My hand is full.
Good. This might be a hack or two, but if it's a hacker, it's not a card draw hack, it's a hack of knowing what's in my hand hack.
Strong as an oak.
Too far away to know for sure what skill or that, but it's a little suspect. Bar shield, sentinel.
Let the light grace this sanctuary.
Created by Stonehill Defender. That's suspiciously lucky. With imbue deck. Too suspicious. Another hacker.
What to do? What to do?
Let's see what the sands bring us.
That's garbage, of course.
Let's see what the sands bring us.
Time runs out on me.
Now he's going to suddenly have a bunch of rewind cards. He didn't have any before, mind you, but now he's got them.
Illume, bring guidance.
Your rewinds keep both potential outcomes. Balance cry, discover a rewind. Sounds destroy a randomly minion. But not two randomly minions. Somehow he killed both. This doesn't say anything about Silence in the story. Two randomly minions, to say the least.
Time runs out on me.
Could easily got more of those, but nope. So of course I don't get the chance to actually play my one cost. This guy's a hacker. I'm not playing against him. He's a cheater. You guys can't see it, but he's getting the fingers. He is totally a hacker. And I'm sick of finding them at... Yeah, you can't lose any stars at this rank. Why did it look like I lost one before? Maybe I'm mistaken. Alright. We'll work on the Frost Death Knight. Thankfully, as I said, I won't face many hackers when I get to the higher ranks. If I can get there. Horn of Winter. Refresh 2 mana crystals. Yeah. Gives mana advantage. Said before, Death Knight's overpowered. Scar Frosting card. If you play this turn, also pick one of the others. Potentially very good. You get something low cost. Skeletal Sidekick. Harbinger of Winter. Death Rattle. Draw. Frost Spell. Frost Strike. Deal 3 damage a minute. If that kills it, discover. 3 damage is good for a 2 cost. The fact that you get a discover as well. Discover Man with a dark gift. It costs 2 less. Not amazing. Destroy the highest attack of a minion. Potentially very good. Not damage, destroy, so. Draw a card. the Chrono Trigger, if the enemy doesn't remove it quickly, it'll hurt me, but probably 2 Frost and 1 Unholy. Or let's see, Frost and Unholy. This Rush, Reborn and Rush. That's good. Rush is very good. 3 cost with Rush is like doing 3 damage, but instead of the Frost Strike, discover a Frostern card. This just Reborn, I have a 3/1 after. You did another Frost card, deal 4 damage and draw a card. Draw 2 if you did another Frost card. Another Frost spell. Or a Winter Frost Strike. Discover an undead, which reduces its cost based means attack, so 2 mana off and a draw. Twist Snatching Geist, always a good card. Draw a Death Rattle minion that costs 3 less, Kindred it costs 0. The slight mana advantage. Let's also draw. I don't think I have any Death Rattles yet, but that just means I can know what I'm going to get. Reborn, Battle Cry, and Death Rattle deal 2 damage to random enemy. Yep, the Sarian. Can I have a Dreadhound Handler before? No, maybe not. Okay, well. This might not be great, but I don't have a deep enough deck of Frost cards yet, so I'll throw in Frostmourne. I'll probably replace it when I get something better. Gain Corpse isn't terrible, but the main thing is it's a 1/3. Still, I could probably find something better. Amusingly, elementals do give you corpses. Yeah. Storm the Gates for a Death Knight. Lots of undead. Mermy, Undead Murloc. Wisp, Undead. Helps with mana advantage. I'll throw a Wisp in the deck. Oh, that's not what I was. There we go. Shouldn't underestimate Abusive Sergeant is like the skeletal sidekick that's doubling up on that effect. My ghouls can do extra attack with this. Throwing a Dreambound Raptor. I might regret that. Discover an undead with Dark Gift, Rite of Atrocity. Cast a spell, 2 damage, Death Chiller. Shambling Zombie Tank, Taunt, Battlecry, spend 5 corpses to summon a copy of this. So, you have 5 more corpses. That's pretty expensive just for a 2-cost Taunt minion, though. Discover an unholy rune card. If a friendly undead died after your last turn. That almost always happens. Sure. Oh yeah, give a friendly undead poisonous tools. Maybe only one abusive sergeant. This is a very aggressive deck. It's gonna need card draw quite badly. Acolyte of Death rides it. Cremate is not nearly as good as Rite of Atrocity. Both discover a card with Dark Gift. Yeah, I'll throw in a Nerubian Swarm Guard. It'll help me get corpses into way a little bit. So maybe the Frostborn gets... Wait, did I pull something else off? Removed Cremate. Dread Raptor. Which gives a free... Sorry, well, no, it has to be 3 or less. Don't have any 3 or less, do we? Eh. Then of your turn, spend 4 corpses to summon a copy of this Malignant War. It's got reborn. No. Summon a ram, 4 cost, spend 4 corpses, summon another outcast and another. Yeah, let's grab Bygone Echoes. And Army of the Dead. That's a very good card. Second Army of the Dead. Yep. Alright. That's a decent moniker. Here we go. Another Death Knight. Won't help me against hackers. In fact, the Death Knight probably performs worse against hackers than a mage, but you're not going to beat hackers regardless. I'm going to cut this video though. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm already almost 40 minutes. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And may you always find a guiding star to lead home. Until next time, it's Northstar. Do. And best of luck to you all.